Good evening. This is a special message for my distant relations in Santa Cruz de Jojoa in Honduras. I met with you in your congregation in the summer of 2015. You asked me for help. You gave me a formal letter requesting this help with the church. You put the stamp on it of the congregation. I took this letter with me back to Chicago. I hand delivered it to the Archbishop's office in downtown Chicago at the Archdiocese with a special request. I had intended to return, but in the meantime, I was kidnapped and somebody stole that. I considered it to be akin to a holy order. It was stolen, and right now it's being used in witchcraft. Very serious, significant witchcraft. Witchcraft that has at its core an intention to attempt to assist very, very serious, dangerous drug dealers who intend to slander you and slander your people. Now, I regret that the Archdiocese in Chicago had been infiltrated by co conspirators with these witches. I do not say witches in a manner to defame indigenous people and our spiritualities. I say witches insofar as it is people that will prey upon truly spiritual people and will try to bind them in unholy acts that try to serve the agendas of political opportunists that seek the exploitation of those who are devout. That's exactly what this is. I understand that part of how they are able to accomplish this is because I saw that request as a sincere soul request. And I've been attempted for chastisement and excoriation ever since because somebody else thought it meant one thing that it did not. I want to thank you very much for acknowledging me. However, I will not let them be successful. If you've agreed on any level to co conspire with them, then I request you do what you need to do to pray and ask the Lord to release you from any unholy covenant you have undertaken or engaged, and do what you need to do to protect yourselves. Because we are at a point where there is going to need to be another level of engagement. I already know your community has been infiltrated, and there are others that have masqueraded that they had some intention. This was warned. You warned each other at the time in my presence. I already know. I saw. I was witness. It is part of the reason why I agreed, and yet I did not return immediately. You recall what happened. The women in your community are very powerful. Anybody that would seek to try to say that you have to defer to some more masculine emanation of a representation of who you are, well, I trust that you know how to take care of yourselves. But insofar as you requested of me what you did, I took it seriously and I will follow through. However, I cannot assist you in the manner you requested. And now it must be exposed and it must be disengaged. The church betrayed me, and the church aided and abetted in a process of unholiness that has come to a peak right now. This will be accounted for. God will have his judgment. In the meantime, understand, I do not hold you to this unholy binding personally. And if there was anything about my visit or the request you made of me that bound you, I am releasing you before God and asking God that he too release you in that manner. But I take what happened very seriously. And if you think that you're going to outwit God by co-conspiring with them moving forward, then you're going to have to deal with the full implications, you and everybody else. I, however, have greater faith in you, and I'm letting you know this formally. It is 6:06 p.m. on April 16, 2021. I understand you asked me to assist you in 100% sincerity, and I accept it in 100% sincerity. But an unholy bind was placed upon me and my family. I've been released for it, and I am not going to let anybody else attempt to resume it on me or anybody else through me. I warn you, right now they're trying to do that very thing. They will be stopped one way or another. I hope that you don't go down with them.